everybody, Matt Faircloth here. Welcome to the DeRosa Insiders live show. If you want to learn more about DeRosa Group, go to derosagroup.com, and please enjoy this program that is dedicated to help you learn all about the real estate investing business so that you can take your real estate investing activities to the next level. Let's get into the show. What is happening, DeRosa Insiders community? My name is Matt Faircloth, and this is the DeRosa Insiders live stream program and podcast. As I said, our company is the DeRosa Group, and this is DeRosa Insiders for you guys to see the inside look at real estate investing so you guys can take your real estate investing businesses to the next level. Guys, there are new deliveries happening across the multifamily world. And when I say new delivery, properties coming online, things being built and put up for lease. That's what's called a new delivery. And I'm giving you guys insider talk here on DeRosa Insiders about where you're going to hear economists talk about new deliveries occurring in certain markets. New deliveries are significant in a few things, and they're also insignificant in things you should stay away from in other aspects. So let's break it down, okay? What a new delivery means is a new apartment building being built, right? Got it. Now, if you already own rentals in a market where there are new deliveries happening, that's maybe good because it'll attract new eyes, new marketing dollars by those people delivering new units. Maybe they're going to make some investments into PR, into why that market is wherever that's Houston, Texas, or Atlanta, or Austin, whatever it is, for Phoenix, for example. They're going to attract new eyes to that market, and maybe they're going to absorb rentals from new people moving to that market. That's all good. They keep the momentum going because, as they say, a rising tide raises all boats. In addition, if somebody's building a new multifamily in the top city that's taking deliveries right now, Dallas, Texas, if you invest in Dallas and there's a lot of new deliveries coming in Dallas, the theory is that as long as supply and demand curves hold up, the lease absorption of those new units will pull up the rent on something that you own right down the street, because that new delivery, as long as supply and demand holds up, I'm going to underscore that for a minute because now we're going to talk, because we'll talk for a second about what if it doesn't. But if supply and demand holds up, that will pull up the active rents. The average rents in that market will rise because of new deliveries coming on. It'll pull everything up, and you'll get to enjoy that if you're investing in a market where there's new deliveries happening and there's absorption to lease those units, right? Okay, so this list we have here for you guys to grab, and for you guys who are watching live, my man Nabiku, who is the ghost in the machine, the Jervis to my Iron Man, will post it right here for you guys to grab. And also, if you guys are watching this recording, we'll also post it in the video comments or in the video description. So stay tuned there. So you guys want to see this list. I'm not going to read off all 10 of them. I'll make you go get this article. Read off all 10 of these cities to see where this thing is happening. So that's new deliveries are a good thing if there's absorption to take the units. What we're seeing in another market here that I'll give you a hint on, in Austin, Texas, as an example. Lots of new deliveries happening in Austin, Texas, but the problem is because there's so many deliveries that happen in Austin, Texas, so many apartment buildings and new units got built over the last 2 years in Austin, Texas, that there's not enough demand currently to absorb all those rentals. So what has happened is it has pulled down the rents in that market. Supply, demand, right? Supplies, picture two act like this. Supply doing this, demand doing that. If I have myself a whiteboard, I draw it out for you. But at the end of the day, there's too much supply right now because there's too many deliveries happening in Austin, Texas. So what that's caused is a decline in rent by 8%. By the way, in Austin, the rents are down globally by 8% in the city of Austin because of so many apartment buildings being built. The good news is, if you're an Austin landlord, it's not like Austin's going to fall off the map or anything's going to make it a not attractive place to live. It's just that a lot of people found out that's where all the cool kids wanted to move, is Austin, Texas. And so builders started building a lot of things in Austin, Texas. And so it's going to take a little while to absorb all those deliveries we see coming on board in Austin. And eventually Austin rents will come back. Some may say good time to buy in Austin because the rents are down, and so people that are selling might be reflecting current rents versus where we see rents going long term, because jobs are continuing to grow. It's continuing to becoming a great place to live. As I understand, low to no income tax or low to no taxes across the board in Austin and in the state of Texas. So for all the reasons and for all the economy and infrastructure moving in, Austin's still going to be a great place to go long term, but short term, it's caused a dip because of all those deliveries coming in. Now, so that's what you guys want to be careful of, is to make sure that we're in all these cities here. I'm not going to read them all off to you because you guys want to do your own homework. In cities like this that are receiving a lot of deliveries, are these folks that are building apartment buildings having to discount the rents? If they are, that means that they're not meeting their absorption timelines and the units aren't getting leased in the time that they're getting built. And that means that there is too much supply, not enough demand. So if you're investing in one of these 10 markets, go grab the article. Maybe even have the courage to call one of these apartment buildings and pretend you want to live there, see if they're offering any move-in specials. If they're not, that means that there's plenty of demand for what they're building, and that is a good sign for demand, right? Now, another reason to invest in markets that are not on this list is that things like this are way outside of your control, and it is a good sign that there is the theory that the market will absorb all these new build units, but it is also competition that you're going to be dealing with that are always going to be newer, that are always going to be fresher, are always going to be in great locations, and are always going to be with all kinds of cool amenities and everything like that you maybe don't have. If your apartment building or your rental you have is fairly new, you're not going to be as cool as these rentals for new deliveries, because these are going to be brand new. People want to live in brand new. So that's something you're going to be competing with as well in markets that have lots of deliveries. So for other reasons, these are some factors, pro and con, in investing in markets that have lots of things being built. Check out this list right here. So go grab that list, research it, see if you guys are investing there, and decide if it's a market you want to invest in or a market you want to stay away from. That's what we got for today on today's current event, guys.